Okay, and I should probably post on social.
Oh yeah. Do you want to tweet?
Yes, let me find a photo of the two of us.
The last photo that I have is our bathroom selfie.
Yeah, why not post that?
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have this fantastic photo of us at the Hottest Men of Anime panel.
Oh, do it.
But
do
it's
it, do
okay.
that one.
You sure? Okay.
Wait, why?
Let
Is it not?
me
is it
crop
not
it.
flattering?
No, it's flat. It's great.
Oh,
It's a great photo.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
let me. I will set this up, and then we'll put it up
Domino,
on.
please.
Is your cat trying to be like hello?
Every fucking time.
Oh my gosh,
I'm gonna
cute.
kick you out, girl.
Okay, I'm
Hello,
posting.
Kate Payne.
Kate Payne. All right,
Ow, you are literally pulling on my earbuds. Go away.
Okay, let's see. Doing our weekly live podcast
Hello, Tangarian.
of
We are literally
BLHQ. Come watch as we talk about heaven, officials, blessing, chapter. What chapter are we talking?
155, bitch. We
My
are
God.
so in.
150.
We're so in.
155 to like, I'm just gonna say 158. Okay.
Yeah, that
just,
sounds about right.
Just
'Cause that's the
clickbait
end of
that shit.
arc. 159 starts a new arc.
Let's see. YouTube.com/at BLHQ podcast.
Yes.
Oh my god, oolong.
I'm gonna log out of YouTube.
Oh my god, my cat. Okay.
The cat's
All right.
the attack. Attack.
And then I'll retweet this on my account too.
Oh, yes. Is it up? I'll retweet.
I just tweeted it, so yes.
Bet. This is it.
Excellent.
I have our BLHQ on the alert thing, so I get a notification every time you retweet something.
Oolong, you want to be involved in our BL podcast, sir? Thanks. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so let me throw the chat. I wonder if there's a way to make this chat bigger. It's so small. Have you ever noticed the YouTube chat is tiny? It's impossible to read.
Really? Mine's normal.
I
Did you
cannot.
pop it out?
I popped it out and it's so small. I literally, like, you can't right click it to make it bigger.
If you control and then mouse wheel,
Yes,
it'll-
that's like
The
a
only way.
slight fix. It's not the best fix. It's the worst fix. Okay, cool. So I have that
I don't
popped
know.
out.
Maybe it's your screen resolution because mine is like normal font
Okay.
size.
All right.
I
Fine.
don't know what your screen looks like.
It just looks terrible to me.
Okay,
It looks so
that
small.
you are suffering with your
I just don't
tiny
want small
font.
things. I want big things.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Chris. Did Chris tell you that his fiance is 3D printing out a naked Hua Cheng figure? to bring
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited to see it.
I want
gonna
it.
Die.
I want it.
Yeah.
Also, with Chris, I was explaining to them how to run their Butler Cafe, and now I'm going to be the person who runs the Butler Cafe.
You're in charge of the butler.
I'm in charge now. I've been officially hired.
That's awesome. Oh my god, I can't wait.
I'm gonna message the people who run the Anime Expo Butler Cafe and just be like, hey, can I like come train your guys?
Yes.
I would like to.
Sounds fun.
I think I would be really, because I am very specific about how I like my
What you
butlers and my
want.
maids. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I want. And they better give it to me. I will be upset if they don't.
Yes, absolutely. It was such a good time when we went to AX last year.
Oh my God.
That was
So
like, the best
good.
time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so much fun. 10
Yep.
recommend going to the Butler Cafe at the after dark.
Even I want to go to their regular one as well. Like, I feel like
Yeah.
it's really good. Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I want my new tagline as Stella Chu to be Stella Chu, the horniest person in cosplay.
It's your life goal.
Okay, yep. Because boy, do I be thirsty for everything people put out there.
Amazing.
All right, so hi everyone. If you're new here to our stream, this is our weekly podcast in which we record our live podcast for BLHQ. We talk about Heaven Official's Blessing. So on here, you're going to hear us read our really elaborate script. So yeah, we have everything written now. It's all written by Jenny. She does a fantastic job every week.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Without your writing, we would not be able to get this done. You understand that, right?
No. Maybe like trying to remember things off the top of her head and like.
Nope, cannot
No.
do.
No.
So if you guys want to listen to each of these episodes completely like edited and on your phone through Spotify or whatever, you can just find us as BLHQ Podcast. Yeah.
Yay. Find us on Spotify.
So we are going to go through chapters 155 and on, probably until like 158, we'll see. And in between chapters, if you guys have like comments and things, please write them and we'll reply to them. We'll talk about them. Yeah, do that.
Yes. Just post away and we will get to them in between chapters.
Yeah. Okay, so let me pull up my script.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We're starting off this week.
Great. Welcome to BLHQ. I'm Stella Chu.
And I'm Jenny Belly.
This is our weekly podcast breaking down the danmei web novel Heaven Official's Blessing, written by MXTX. We deep dive a few chapters at a time and discuss themes, cultural backgrounds, and our overall reactions. Spoilers abound and screaming will be had, so you have been warned.
In a recap of last week's episode, Pei Ming and Ling Wen are kidnapped by Ling Wen, who used to be Ling Wen's superior. It's revealed that Ling Wen harassed and bullied Ling Wen, and in retaliation, she burned all of Ling Wen's temples and harassed his followers until Ling Wen's powers declined. Ling Wen antagonizes the Brocade Immortal, causing it to break free and kill him. Then the Brocade Immortal attacks Pei Ming and Xie Lian. Pei Ming and Xie Lian run away, but get caught in nets caught by minor ghosts. Hua Cheng comes with blood rain to set Xie Lian free, and Hua Cheng is finally in his original form.
Now we're on chapter 155. Mountains high and roads unending, narrow paths blocked. Xie Lian approaches Hua Cheng, whose shoulders are covered in red flower petals. He wants to dust them off for him, but he's worried the gesture will be too intimate. But they've already been intimate a whole lot through this entire thing. He needs to stop being so shy.
He's so shy.
Instead, he says that he didn't know Hua Cheng could make flower rain as well as blood rain. How fun! Hua Cheng smiles and explains that he just came up with the trick right now. He was originally going to send out blood rain, but then he remembered that Xie Lian was there and didn't want him to get drenched with blood. So he transformed it into flowers at the last second. He's happy that Xie Lian found it fun. Pei Ming, on the other hand, is completely drenched in blood and is still hanging from the net. And he says, "Excuse me, you two, let me down, will you?"
Oh my god, they're just too busy flirting to talk to Pei Ming.
Oh, whoa.
Hua Cheng sends out a butterfly to cut the net. He also has a butterfly on Ling Wen's back to keep her asleep. Xie Lian is amazed that he's able to subdue the Brocade Immortal so easily. Hua Cheng raises his brow and says, "It was fine. For some reason, it didn't want to seem to fight me." Xie Lian says, "That's true. Before, when you put it on, it didn't do anything to you either, and it even showed itself." And this is referring to when Hua Cheng was disguised as a little kid, and he put on the Brocade Immortal, and Xie Lian commanded him to do a bunch of stuff, but it didn't have to listen to him for some reason.
Yeah, which is strange. I guess we'll find out more about why later.
Yes, it'll be revealed. Pei Ming says that they should remove the Brocade Immortal from Ling Wen's body, but Xie Lian feels that it would be inappropriate. Pei Ming insists that it's fine, since Ling Wen is in her male form right now. But when he reaches towards Ling Wen, the robe bites his hand and it's covered in blood. Like, it literally just bit his hand. I don't know how a rope can bite his hand, but it happened. Only after Pei Ming gets injured does Hua Cheng say, that Brocade Immortal won't let Ling Wen go. You won't be able to take it off of him.
Pei Ming looks at his bloody hand and asks, why didn't he warn him earlier? Xie Lian defends Hua Cheng, saying that Pei Ming moved too fast before Hua Cheng could properly warn him. Hua Cheng laughs and agrees. Pei Ming can't seem to argue against them, so he ignores it. The three move back to town with Pei Ming carrying Ling Wen's sleeping form. Pei Su and Banyue are still near the temple, and when they see them return, Pei Su turns Pei Su tells Xie Lian that the mural suddenly disappeared. They go back to check, and yeah, it's really gone. Hua Cheng says the mural must have been made with magic. Meanwhile, Banyue is concerned with Pei Ming's bloody form and asks if he's okay.
And just remember that Pei Ming is all bloodied up because wait, hold
Hua
on, wait.
Cheng rained all over
Oh
him.
yeah, 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 that's right.
Like
Yeah, sorry.
like
Yeah,
perioded all over his
yeah, he
body.
just completely drenched in blood.
Love it.
Pei Ming wants to tease and harass her for a little bit, so he lies and says, "Why don't you ask your snakes if I'd be okay? Why don't you ask your snakes if I'd be okay having gotten bitten like this?" Banyue mumbles, "But a bite from the scorpion-tailed snakes wouldn't fester to the whole body like this." Pei Ming waves his swollen hand as proof, and Banyue immediately apologizes to him. Pei Su can't watch anymore and says that it wasn't caused by her snakes. Xie Lian tells Pei Ming to stop teasing little girls. Pei Ming laughs and uses his spiritual energy to clean his blood away, and then he says, "Aren't little girls made for teasing? Besides, the Guoxie of Banyue is how many centuries old now? What little girl? Afraid she might get embarrassed?" Everyone just ignores him. They decide to continue walking down the road to the next level of Mount Tonglu.
Technically, Banyue is older
She's
if you
like,
think about
yeah,
it.
yeah. I think she became a ghost before. Was it before Pei Ming ascended?
Yeah, because wait, how
Oh
old?
no. Banyue couldn't have become a ghost after Pei Ming because she met Pei Su and Pei Ming is older than Pei Su. So Pei Ming is
Oh,
definitely older than Banyue.
okay, you're right.
Yeah, a
This
couple generations.
paragraph does make me think that Pei Ming is that creepy uncle.
He is. He just likes to tease all girls. Like
He's
doesn't
like
matter.
he's like the
He calls
creepy
people
uncle.
sweetheart. He
Ooh,
definitely calls people sweetheart and honey, like that kind of
no,
stuff.
no,
Yeah.
he's like the guy who frequents Las Vegas back in like the
Yes.
80s. Like that's the
Oh,
vibe.
absolutely. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
A day later, they reach a valley. Ling Wen finally wakes up, but isn't able to move since the butterfly is stuck on her back. Xie Lian asks her what happened to Qing Yi after she fought him at the Puqi Shrine. Ling Wen replies that after entering Mount Tonglu, Qing Yi got lost in the crowd, so she has no idea where he is now. Pei Ming sighs and says that he can't believe she never told him she was responsible for the decline of the Shuli kingdom. Pei Ming is also from Shuli, and even though he was their great general and was sabotaged by the king, he has neither love nor resentment towards Shuli. Xielan is worried talking about Shuli will provoke the Brocade Immortal, so he changes the subject. He asks Hua Cheng about the kiln of Mount Tonglu, and if it's really like a giant stove.
Hua Cheng smiles and says, "Of course not, but it's a good question, Gaga. It just so happens that we can see it now." He points at a large mountain a far distance away. It's so tall that it looks like it reaches the heavens, with a snowy peak and it's surrounded by clouds. The kiln is a live volcano and the heart of Mount Tonglu. When a ghost king is born, the volcano erupts. Eventually, the group comes to another Wuyang divine temple. Strangely, this temple is large and grand, but it is constructed in the middle of a valley, literally blocking the path. Why is there a temple sitting in the middle of two mountain walls? It looks like it just suddenly appeared, and everyone is very wary.
Ling Wen suggests that they ignore it and move on, but Xie Lian wants to go inside to check for new murals. Hua Cheng says, "Don't worry, Gaga. If you want to go in and see, then do so. It's no big deal." The group enters and sees the same blackened walls as the previous temple. Xie Lian and Hua Cheng clean off the walls again and reveal a new mural. At the top level is the Crown Prince of Wuyang. He looks like he's struggling to meditate with sweat on his brows. Surrounding him are the four people from earlier, looking concerned. On the next level below is a field of chaotic red. As Xielan sees the entire mural, his breathing stops and he feels his head go numb. He wonders out loud, stunned, is this hell?
Ooh, what did they see?
There's a
And
lot
if you
going
guys
on.
don't remember, yeah, so like maybe like another recap. They are on this journey to go through Mount Tonglu to see who is going to be the strongest demon to like kill them so they don't have another demon king. But on the way, they came across this Wuyang temple, which belonged to the crown prince of Wuyang, who lived like thousands of years ago.
Yeah, like 1500.
Yeah, 1500 years ago. And then when they saw the temple, they saw this mural that was painted that had like the heavens and then the crown prince and then his like 4 attendants and then like a bunch of humans like all worshiping him. So the first mural is like how he became a god, and now the second mural is like hell. So like what's going on?
It feels like somebody's leading leading the whole group through a story mystery that's unfolding. Yeah.
So that brings us into sorry, let's look at the comments.
Yeah, guys. So based on this chapter, what do you have to say? I know that we're talking about the creepy uncle. 'Cause that's what Pei Ming is now. It's our perverted uncle who used to be hot and now is just disgusting.
And he's just the butt of everyone's joke now.
Yeah, he used to be kind of alluring because when the first
well, they still draw him really hot in the manhwa. So.
Yeah, the Ghost Bride arc, he was just so interesting, but he wasn't even like in the Ghost Bride arc if you think about it. Like he didn't even appear. Yeah,
he just was like the villain of the story because that poor girl was like obsessed with him, and then like he like just pushed her away until she went crazy.
Who would want him at all? Blech.
Apparently that the ghost lady.
Blech.
Yeah. Hello CKY Nemesis and Anthony, welcome in.
Hi Min, welcome.
Hello.
Cool. All right, so let's move on to the next chapter.
Yes. Chapter 156, mountains high and roads unending, narrow paths blocked. And when I first read this, I was kind of confused about like the visual of what was going on. So they are in a valley, which means that they're in between like two, like at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, basically. And literally in the middle of this valley is an entire shrine that blocks the entire way. So they can't go over it and they can't go around it. Like they have to go through it. And it's like, why the fuck did anyone build a shrine in the middle of this valley between these two mountain walls? So that's why they're all like suspicious of it.
Interesting. Okay. And that's the shrine that they're at where they see the mural?
The second one.
Okay.
The second one right now. Yeah. Because when I read this, I was like, I don't understand the geography of what's going on. And then it took me a second read to understand.
Okay. Well, that really helps because I definitely was not paying attention to the geography when I was reading.
It's like, why is there a shrine at the bottom of the Grand Canyon?
Okay.
Hua Cheng says that no, it's the mortal realm, but the houses, forests, and people depicted in the mural are submerged in a vast sea of fire and lava. People are set on fire with screaming faces. In the center is a volcano erupting. Xie Lian realizes that this mural depicts the crown prince's dream of the fall of the kingdom of Wuyang. The crown prince and the 4 people are surrounded by light, meaning that they have already ascended to gods. The volcano eruption is a prophetic dream that he received. Xie Lian says that he needs to find more murals to see how Xie Lian says that he needs to find more murals to see how the story continues. Just then, the ground starts shaking and debris fall from the ceiling. Pei Ming wonders, is this an earthquake? But when they look out the window, they see that the mountains they see that the mountain walls on either side of the valley are actually moving closer together. The shrine is being squished.
Oh yeah, the mountain is almost alive because when we first entered the mountain, there was a hill that had been like a challenge everyone had to overcome. The only way to get over the hill was for everyone to fight each other and essentially have a few people come out on top. And this might be a similar situation that the terrain itself. Yeah, the mountains are alive. The hills have eyes.
Hills have eyes.
Pei Ming kicks open a wall and everyone runs through. However, this temple has many rooms and walls and side chambers. As they are breaking down walls to run out, a giant boulder falls through the roof and lands right next to Xie Lian's feet. More rocks start falling from the sky and everyone is dodging and kicking down walls as they escape. Only Hua Cheng is at ease as he calls to Xie Lian, "Gege, wanna come here?" Xie Lian turns to look and sees Hua Cheng walking calmly under his red umbrella, which is easily repelling all the boulders. Xie Lian immediately joins him and says, "Whew, that was close. Thank goodness for so long." Hua Cheng smiles and leans the umbrella more and Hua Cheng smiles and leans the umbrella closer to Xie Lian's side. Come closer here. Xie Lian feels his heart skip a beat and he says, Are you tired holding this up? How about I hold the umbrella for you? They're just
literally
flirting.
They're
That's
just
so
flirting while an
cute.
earthquake is happening.
Yup.
It's so cute.
It's so
And
cute.
I love how Hua Cheng always like leans the umbrella more towards Xie Lian's side. That's so considerate. That's like so
Yes.
romantic.
Yes.
It's the little things. It's the
It's
little
so
things.
cute. Everyone wants a guy who's going to protect them from blood rain, boulders,
Boulders.
weather, other
Yep.
people.
Yeah, they're just so cute. They're always like defending each other. Like even when Pei Ming can't even get a word in because they're always defending each other. So cute.
I love it.
The others are still dodging and running around like mad, and seeing the two of them, they shout out, "Hey, isn't that unfair? Hua Chengzu, may I ask if you have any more spare umbrellas? Can I hide under that umbrella too?" Hua Cheng smiles fakely and says, "No, and no." Xie Lian feels embarrassed and changes the subject as he tries to sneak away from the umbrella. "Oh, this mountain sure is strange." Hua Cheng subtly stops him from leaving and says, "Guga is right. This mountain is certainly strange. Strange like spirits. There are 3 large mountains in Mount Tonglu, and they are called old age, sickness, and death. Though they're not different from other mountains, they can move as they will within the perimeters of Mount Tonglu. And as a side note, birth, aging, sickness, and death are the 4 causes of suffering in Buddhism. So if the 3 moving mountains are old age, sickness, and death, then the volcano of Mount Tonglu represents birth."
Wow. I didn't realize that. And yes, those
Yes.
those 3 things, aging, sickness, and death, are definitely very suffering. Woof.
Suffering.
Blech. More rocks fall down chaotically, but it's peace and harmony under the umbrella. The walls of the temple are also cracking from the pressure of the mountain squishing in. Pei Ming suggests that they all go on the roof since going forward is useless. Xie Lian says that they can't. The temple is the only thing holding the mountains apart. Ling Wen shouts, Can everyone please come up with something faster? I don't want to get squished to death. Thank you. Soon, the mountains are only 6 feet apart, and Pei Ming jumps up to push against the 2 mountains with his arms and legs, becoming a human wedge. Even if I'm going to be squished to death, I don't want to be fucking squished to death by those 2 shits. I'll hold them down for now. You guys hurry and think of something.
Everyone is stunned by his heroic deed, and Ling Wen gives him a thumbs up, saying, "Old Pei, what a man!" Pei Ming grits his teeth and says, "You're welcome." Pei Ming is actually strong enough to stop the mountains from squishing closer, but his powers won't last. Pei Su volunteers to help, but he's immortal, so pushing the mountains will do nothing. Banyue also wants to help, but her limbs are too short, so instead she transfers her energy to Pei Su, and they both push out the mountains with red faces and veins popping. Hua Cheng is the strongest in the group, but he just watches them from the side, twirling his umbrella, not a bit concerned. Xie Lian finally says that he has an idea. Since going forward and upward doesn't work, why not go downward? Pei Ming says, "Good idea, please hurry."
But it's not like they have Ming Yi with his golden shovel to come help anymore.
It's so funny that you mentioned that.
Okay, Xie Lian starts slashing madly at the ground with Fang Xin. Next to him, Hua Cheng holds the umbrella over Xie Lian but doesn't help to dig. Instead, he says, Guga, don't dig anymore. Sit down and rest. No one can take it anymore, and they shout, Hua Cheng Zu. Hua Cheng replies, Did someone call me? Ling Wen tells him, Please, no one wants to be squished here. Does he have any tricks to help them out? No one dares to ask him to be a human wedge as well. Xie Lian is feeling anxious too, but he trusts Hua Cheng, so he asks him, So long, you have a way? Hua Cheng chuckles. Guga only needs to wait. No need for you to do anything. It'll be fine in a moment. Ling Wen is about to reply when they suddenly hear a strange noise.
The sound goes gurt, 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 gurt. And Xie Lian thinks it sounds familiar, and he stops his crazed digging. Just then, a hole appears right next to his foot, and the head of the Earth Master shovel pops out. Hua Cheng says, "A little late. but at least he made it. Let's go. Quickly, Xie Lian throws Ling Wen down the hole. Then he throws down Banyue, Pei Ming, and Pei Su. With no more human wedges, the mountains move closer together faster. At the very last second, before the mountains come together, Hua Cheng grabs Xie Lian around the waist and they jump down the hole together. A loud crash is heard from above.
After landing gracefully in the tunnel with Hua Cheng, Xie Lian looks around to see the rest of the group sprawled upon the ground, and a man in black breathing harshly, leaning against the shovel and wiping his sweat. Xie Lian immediately seizes his wrist and asks, "Where's Lord Windmaster?" The man in black is taken aback. "Huh? I don't know." Xie Lian says, "My Lord Blackwater, why keep up the act? Your revenge is none of my business, but Lord Windmaster did once share a friendship with you, and has never done any crime or harm. So, I hope..." Ling Wen interrupts him and says that this isn't Blackwater. Their faces are different. Xie Lian says that he's holding the Earthmaster's shovel, plus Blackwater is good at disguises. This man's face is boringly plain. It has to be a fake disguise.
But after a moment, the man in black says, "I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I really do look like this."
Oh, shit.
Hua Cheng clears his throat lightly and says, "Gaga, this really isn't Blackwater." Xie Lian is stunned, and Hua Cheng adds, "This really is his true appearance." Xie Lian quickly slaps his face. Xie Lian quickly slaps his face with his hand and then presses his hands together in apology, bowing, saying, "I'm sorry." He actually said to this man's face that his appearance is boringly plain and fake. The man feels awkward and says, "Don't worry, it's nothing. I'm already used to it." Ling Wen then says, "Your Highness Yin Yu, thank goodness you're here." Poor Yin Yu.
Yin Yu. Everyone's savage against him. What the fuck?
I'll just call them boring and ugly, like the fuck.
Could you imagine someone being like, "Oh my god, your face looks so plain. Is that a disguise? Please take it off."
Obviously, you're not a real person, like, because you're so boring looking.
Wow.
That's such an insult. I'm gonna say that next time I'm mad at somebody.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
So funny.
Wow. So let's look at comments. Oh, Min, yeah, you're gonna have to listen to all of our podcast episodes if you want to catch up on this.
Start from episode 1.
Yeah. There's okay, so we have 30 episodes, and if each episode averages about an hour and 15 minutes,
yeah,
you can listen to us over the course of 3 days. Like,
yeah, I definitely can.
I would say like a grand total of like 40 hours, maybe like
true,
35 hours. Yeah. Just listen to us.
You can break it up into like a week of listening and you'll catch up by next week.
Please binge listen to us and then recommend us to all of your friends. That would be great.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that. The Tangiria says that it all makes sense. They want people to pay the toll. That's with the shrine in the middle of the Grand Canyon. Yeah.
Just randomly appeared.
The hills are alive.
The sound of BL. Yes, Chris. Yes. It is.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, so Tangarius, you got to look up the picture of this umbrella. The umbrella is gorgeous. It's a red umbrella. So look up
strings.
Heaven Official's Blessing umbrella. So funny enough, I actually...
Hua Cheng umbrella.
Yeah, I didn't buy Hua Cheng's umbrella. I bought a white version of that umbrella. It's literally the exact same umbrella, but it's white. And I'm going to have to use it for something that is not Heaven Official's Blessing related. Just like come up with my own OC, I guess.
I just come up with like a Hanfu OC. Let's go. Yeah.
Flirty in the midst of an earthquake. Yeah.
I love, like, literally the scene is like literally everyone is panicking and like pushing at this mountain and like crying and like begging for help, and Hua Cheng is just like sitting there calmly with the umbrella, like everything's gonna be fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Gaga, stop working so hard, just come over here and rest.
Gaga, come sit next to me, tell me a story. Let me braid your hair.
So cute. I love that.
Yes, hours upon hours of podcast. If the next trip you take, just listen to us. Listen to our soothing voices.
Good for a long flight.
Yeah. How come Yin Yu is good with the Earthmaster's shovel? That's a good question.
So, it's a spiritual device and anyone can use it, just like how Xie Lian was able to use Shi Xuan's fan when they switched bodies, but he wasn't an expert at it. And just like that, Yin Yu is not an expert at using this shovel, and you will find out in the later like literally the next chapter, Hua Cheng's like, "What took you so long?" And Yin Yu's like, "I tried my best," because he's not an expert at it. Like he can only use it so well, you know. Yeah, it's poor Yin Yu. He's just like bullied.
I love that so much. I love that Watson's like, I'm just trying to seduce my Guga, and you're making me look bad. What the fuck?
Why'd you come so late? Like, god damn it.
Please go get me that book that tells me how to seduce the man I love.
So cute. And also, like, I love that the next upcoming few chapters is gonna be a lot about Yin Yu and his like backstory.
Yeah.
And remembering Yin Yu and
Quan Yizhen.
His name, Quan Yizhen's like relationship reminded me like way too much of like Bing.
Oh really?
Like, Shen Qingqiu. Yeah, it's really. Oh my god, he's just. They're so stupid.
Shen Qingqiu or Shen Yuan?
No, probably the original because like he hated him so much.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm so excited.
Relationship.
Yay.
So good.
I'm glad we're doing a deep dive on the characters because in my first read through, there's so much information that just like went really fast past me.
Yeah.
And now that we're like reading about the characters again in a deep way so that we can understand like
can like really tell you everything that happened in their past to really have a bigger impact on the rest of the story.
And then maybe I'll be able to read fan fiction about these characters.
Have you not read any Yin Yu fanfics? Oh my god.
Only read one of them in which it's Hua Cheng cheating on Xie Lian with Yin Yu.
No, read one that's just Yin Yu and Quan Yizhen because their whole relationship dynamic they're probably like my second favorite like side couple because they're so stupid. Like,
all right, so dumb. I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah, their relationship is just like misunderstanding on top of misunderstanding.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, and the other question is, does Yin Yu feel awkward with the brocaded mortal being right there? Do they have a relationship?
Oh, yes, they do. It's like a really big situation that happens between Yin Yu and the brocaded. Yeah, it's like one of the reasons he got kicked out of heaven.
Yep. I forgot about that. Yeah.
George says, I thought he was a martial. Yin Yu is a martial god. Yes, he was the martial god of the West, and then he got banished. So, but yeah, there's a lot of issues between him and the brocaded immortal. Very, very awkward situation.
Cool. All right, let's jump back into it. Chapter 157. Pei Ming is surprised to see Yin Yu again and greets him. Yin Yu greets everyone back when suddenly Rongguan's voice is heard from Banyue's pot. Yin Yu? You're that Yin Yu who was thoroughly and miserably defeated by his own Shidi? I gotta say, aren't you a little too pathetic? Banishment aside, I can't believe you turned your back just like that and went to become a ghost errand boy. Compared to that Quan Yizhen, you've really got on badly. And to think you're his Shishong? Pei Su quickly sticks another talisman on the pot, but it's too late. Everyone feels awkward. To be in the same room as your ex-heavenly colleagues after being a ghost errand boy for many years? Yin Yu just turns around silently and continues to dig the tunnel.
Oh, poor Yin Yu.
He's fallen from grace.
Yeah, he used to be this great martial god, and now he became like a personal assistant to the
personal assistant.
So sad. It's also super awkward because this is like first time Pei Ming has seen Yin Yu in person after he got banished, so it's like running into your ex or something.
Yeah.
Pei Ming is worried about Shi Xuan and says, "How did Hua Cheng get the Earthmaster shovel from Blackwater? If he talks to Blackwater, can he pass on a message to release Shi Xuan?" But Hua Cheng says that he does not talk to Blackwater, or does he know where he is? He simply found the shovel on the ground. Pei Ming knows he's lying, but he can't accuse him. He snorts and says, "All right, fine. Hua Chengzu certainly is lucky to be able to come across a spiritual device so easily." Ling Wen is about to ask Hua Cheng to return the shovel to heaven, but then she remembers that she doesn't even work for heaven anymore, and she stays quiet. Xie Lian is wondering if he should ask for it secretly.
But then Watson whispers to Xie Lian that Blackwater really did toss the shovel away in Ghost City and ran away after his Earthmaster disguise was revealed. He thought the shovel would come in handy for Mount Tonglu, so he sent Yin Yu to grab it. Xie Lian is disappointed that he has no new information about Shiqing Xuan, but he comments that the shovel is indeed useful for these mountain spirits. Watson says that he had experienced being chased by the mountain spirits last time, so that's why he thought to bring it. Xie Lian asks why the mountain spirits attack them. Watson says that they don't attack anyone specifically, they just try and stop anyone who tries to enter Mount Tonglu.
This is a important keynote that's going to, I'm pretty sure that when it comes back around, like towards in book 5, like at the end, we're gonna forget about it, but the mountain spirits are stopping people from entering Mount Tonglu, and that is an interesting tidbit of information to keep in mind. So Xie Lian thinks it's interesting that their purpose seems to be as the same as Heaven's. They're stopping ghosts from entering. He wonders if Rainmaster and Quan Yizhen are okay. Yin Yu stumbles from digging when he hears Quan Yizhen's name, because Quan Yizhen used to be his shidi. Ling Wen asks Yin Yu if he's seen Quan Yizhen. When Yin Yu first got banished, Quan Yizhen used to come to her every day to ask for help finding him. Since Yin Yu was in hiding and there was no news, he then came every 3 days, and then once a month. Recently, he's come once a year. He's always felt that there was a misunderstanding with the Brocade Immortal, so he wanted to hear Yin Yu's side of the story and clear the air with everyone else. But Yin Yu remained hidden. Yin Yu seemed surprised to hear that Quan Yizhen was looking for him, but he doesn't respond and continues digging. He doesn't want to talk about it.
He's like, I'm not the main character of the story. Please don't involve me.
He's content being the side character.
Yeah. After a while, Yin Yu tells Xie Lian and Hua Cheng that they've gone 30 miles. Should he still continue? Xie Lian is surprised that he's been asked for his opinion, but he thinks and says that this should be far enough. They should dig upwards now. Yin Yu responds, yes, sir, and digs up, even creating beautiful stairs as he goes. Xie Lian thinks to himself, this man really is outstanding as an assistant. Hands fast and competent, and not a single excessive word. But as they climb the stairs, Xie Lian accidentally steps on something hard. He looks down and holds up 2 skulls. Have they dug into a mass grave? There are other bones on the floor. Hua Cheng tells him not to touch the bones because they are the bones of the people who have turned to ghosts, so there's corpse poison on them.
I love how Yin Yu is just like categorized as the perfect assistant, like
kind of like Wen Ning from Modazushi.
Yeah, basically. Like, he's just, I can't believe he went from, like, god status to just, like, being content being the best assistant possible.
I definitely like that aspect of him. There's not a lot of characters who fall from grace, and that's kind of the theme of Heaven Official's Blessing. There's a lot of characters who literally fall from grace, and seeing Yin Yu kind of continue to be graceful is kind of cool. You know, he's just like, he doesn't have
bitter
thin
about
skin.
It, you know? Yeah. He's not like angry and trying to get revenge, and you know, he's just avoiding Quan Yizhen like all the time. Yeah. Pei Ming puts down the bone that he picked up and sees that his hands are green with poison. Xie Lian also places the skulls down, and his hands are green too, but the green is fading away. Xie Lian explains that he's been poisoned by corpses so many times, at least 1,000 times, so he's immune to it by now. This level of poison is manageable, and this is also why Xie Lian isn't afraid of anything, because he's already experienced the worst of it. So he's okay just like picking shit up or like talking to random strangers, because like he's like, what's the worst that can happen? I already like died so many times, it's fine. Which is not okay, but whatever.
Not okay.
Yeah. Everyone thinks that this explanation is a little bit silly and they want to laugh, but Hua Cheng does not look very happy, and he crushes the skull with his feet violently. Xie Lian is worried that he somehow upset Hua Cheng, but he doesn't dare to ask.
Finally, Yin Yu digs everyone out to the surface, but instead of being out in the air, it looks like they dug themselves into a large cave. Xie Lian wonders if it's man-made or naturally formed, and Hua Cheng responds, naturally formed, always quickly answering every one of Xie Lian's questions. Hua Cheng says that they have dug themselves into one of the mountains. The cave has many paths, but they decide to stick together instead of splitting up to find an exit. They pick one of the paths at random, with Hua Cheng and Xie Lian leading. After a moment, Xie Lian says, "So long." He's wondering if Hua Cheng is feeling upset. Hua Cheng sounds normal and asks, does Gaga have questions?
Xie Lian feels awkward Xie Lian feels awkward about bringing up the incident now, so he says, "No, it's nothing. Just this tunnel is all winding and twisted like intestines. I'm a little dizzy." Hua Cheng instantly replies, "Then do you want to take a break?" Hua Cheng sounds very serious, like he really will stop everyone just so that Xie Lian can rest. Xie Lian quickly says, "No need, no need." But Pei Ming has overheard them and he teases him. "Did I hear that right? Your Highness, you get dizzy from a little bit of walking?" Xie Lian feels embarrassed, like he was caught making dumb small talk with Hua Cheng, so he decides to ignore Pei Ming.
Instead, he says, everyone, do follow closely. This tunnel has many turns and corners, so it's easy for things to happen. But just as he says that and turns around to look at the
Oh
others...
my god, Stella, we haven't started the recording. On Zencast. Oh no! This was bound to happen one day. This was bound to happen one day, and today was the day.
I guess I have to pull the recording.
Yeah, from YouTube.
From YouTube. I'm going to start the recording now. Oh my god.
No. Okay.
That's okay.
At the end of chapter 157.
Wait, I'm just going to finish that one paragraph. But
okay.
Wow. Wow.
This is bound to happen one day.
Is there anywhere that says how long we've been streaming for? 20 minutes. Okay. So that's
okay.
Wait, no. Have we been streaming for 20 minutes? Where does it say where our stream is? Because my thing doesn't tell me.
We've been streaming for 40 minutes.
40 minutes. 40 minutes. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
It's my fault. I'm the one who was supposed to click it.
Okay, well, next time we will remind each other before we start.
I never forget, and this is the first time I've ever forgotten.
This is the first time, which is like crazy. But you know, it's 40 minutes. It's okay.
It just means that editing it later is going to be a lot more difficult because it's not a 2-channel system anymore.
Yeah, because my voice and your voice are on the same thing now.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. We made very little mistakes as compared to previous episodes, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh, no.
If anything, I might make us re-record the No, I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
I think we're okay.
Okay. All right. Let me get this last paragraph.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh man.
Instead, he says, everyone do follow closely. This tunnel has many turns and corners, so it's easy for things to happen. But just as he says that and turns around to look at the others, he realizes that everyone else is gone. Pei Ming was just behind them teasing, where did they all go? Hua Cheng immediately grips Xie Lian's shoulders and says in a dark voice, Gaga, stay close to me. Don't run off anywhere. Hua Cheng can't sense anyone, so it's very worrisome that someone could come close under their radar and kidnap everyone.
Dun dun dun. Where did they all go? It's a mystery.
All right.
Everyone's missing.
All right. Let's see what chat has been saying.
Says we've been very clean so far, so that's good. It will maybe not too much edits.
Yeah, as long as we're not talking over each other. That was the only issue. I don't think we talked over each other very much.
No,
good. Let's see, what are people saying? Ex-heavenly colleague, right? Yeah, everyone is having a high school reunion right now.
Yeah.
In this cave.
And like Ling Wen is a fugitive, and Pei Ming and Banyue don't like each other. Like it's just awkward.
There's a ton of people in this group. It's like 7 people now. It really is. Something like that.
Yeah, with Yin Yu edition, Yin Yu, Hua Cheng, Xie Lian, Pei Ming, Pei Su, Banyue. And we're about to run into another person. So
and the Brocade Immortal, Ling Wen.
Brocade Immortal on Ling Wen's
Yeah.
body.
Yep. Yin Yu kinda seems like he's a tsundere with Quan Yizhen, but didn't know his feelings and played a prank that went too far that got himself in trouble. I don't know if he was a tsundere.
It wasn't necessarily a prank. It was like a really big misunderstanding. We'll talk about it probably the next podcast episode.
Okay, yeah. It's definitely like he was frustrated. It's one of those situations where you have a friend. This actually happens in a lot of girl dramas.
I think so. This is very relatable content. Yeah.
Yeah, because males, like men, real actual men written by men, they're just like, bro, you fucking insulted me. Oh man, I'm so sorry, bro. All right, let's hug it out. Boom, we
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah.
Whereas
There's not this like undercurrent of like resentment and misunderstandings, like how female relationships can be, because so many times they just keep it internalized.
yeah, because the basis of Quan Yizhen and Yin Yu's relationship is like
Yeah.
jealousy. I would say that's like the major point of their descent.
It's almost I wouldn't say it's Yin Yu's jealousy, because Yin Yu has a friend, and Yin Yu's friend was jealous of Quan Yizhen and was insulted on Yin Yu's behalf. Whereas Yin Yu himself was kind of like, well, like shit happens, but like I'm gonna try my best. But it wasn't just that. It was like Quan Yizhen kept trying to help Yin Yu, and he inadvertently kept showing himself off when Yin Yu didn't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like wow, like I'm so it was like not a big deal, but like I became #1 in the beauty pageant or something like that, and like it's like Yin Yu tried really really hard to be #1 in the beauty pageant, and he fucking got like 3rd place, and Quan Yizhen just came in and got fucking 1st place without even trying. He's like, yeah, I don't know what the big deal was, like it was just like a beauty pageant, no big deal. And Yin Yu's like, damn it, I tried really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Man. Like what the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Stella about to go through the screen and start talking. No, this was my fault, Chris. I fucked up. I was supposed to have started recording.
Yep.
Dead.
It's okay. I'll remind you next time just in
I'm
case.
dead. Yeah, it happens.
It's just good to have another pair of eyes on it.
First time it's ever happened. Oh my god.
Okay.
Also, George says, my partner and I are so happy to see BLHQ at home at Rusal and Guga. Yes, we met you guys.
Oh, you guys were the fucking cute ass cosplay couple.
Yep.
Oh my god. It was
Yep.
a meat bud. Thank you so much for the meat buds.
Yes.
They're so cute.
They're
and
so
my cats are literally
cute.
playing with them. They're so squishy.
I tried to give them to my cats, and my cats were like, eh.
Really? Oh, you gotta put some catnip on it, maybe.
Okay, yeah, I'll put some catnip. Also, my cats have a ton of toys.
Yeah, my cats love them. But it was so good to see you guys. It just y'all coming over and like saying hi, that like made my whole ass fucking weekend. So,
yeah, I can't wait for next year when we start doing more cons as BLHQ. We're gonna have BLHQ merchandise and other things. Yeah.
Yeah. George was literally asking us if we had merchandise at Hamet, and I was like, I really wish I did.
Yeah.
I wish I could have provided you with a sticker or something. But yeah, next con for sure.
Next
we'll have
con.
a website probably so you can order online.
Yeah. Next time. Oh man. Okay, so let's move on to the next chapter.
Chapter 158. Buried together alive, no resting in peace in the earth. So Hua Cheng suggests that they retrace their steps, but when they go back, instead of the place where they started, they find themselves at a dead end. Xie Lian wonders if this wall is an illusion. Hua Cheng sends out a butterfly and confirms that this rock wall is real. This is very troublesome, because there are 2 types of trick walls. The first is an illusion where one makes making one see a rock that really isn't there, but it's easy to get rid of. The second type muddles one's sense of direction by making you think you went one way, but you really go another way. This second type is called the Devil's Turnaround in Circles, and it's a strong spell that confuses a person's left from right. But this wall in front of them is real, not a trick or an illusion.
This means that this is the third type, a real wall that can change shape and form and direction at will. Xie Lian wonders if he should just punch through the wall, when Hua Cheng suddenly says, Guga, give me your hand. Xie Lian is puzzled but obediently gives Hua Cheng his hand. Hua Cheng takes it and ties a thin red string on his 3rd finger.
So good. Okay.
The string is long and connected to the red string knotted on Hua Cheng's finger. Hua Cheng raises his hand and smiles. Now we're joined together. Xie Lian's face grows hot and his heart beats faster. He tries to calm down and look normal in front of Hua Cheng and says, is this some sort of spell?
Oh, the red string finally is on Xie Lian's finger. Oh my god. Good shit. And if you guys don't remember when Xie Lian and Hua Cheng were in the past 800 years ago when they're stuck in that cave, Xie Lian had given Hua Cheng a lock of his hair and tied it around his middle finger to protect him from all those like sexy flower demon ghost things. And now Hua Cheng is giving Xie Lian a red finger.
This is my promise ring. Save yourself for me.
The red string of fate, and there's so much fan art. This is fan art fucking catnip. Is the red string of fate everywhere on their fingers.
I love it. So good.
So good. Hua Cheng says, even though we won't be separating voluntarily, but just in case, this string won't break and it won't grow shorter. If the string doesn't break, then it means that the person on the other end is all right, unless the person is no more. Otherwise, the string will for sure lead to the other. Xie Lian asks what he means by no more. Hua Cheng replies, dead or dissipated. Xie Lian is about to reply when they hear tremors in the distance, like someone is punching the wall. They decide to go investigate in case it's Pei Ming and the others, but halfway down the path towards the sound, the punching noise suddenly disappears.
As they continue down the path, they see a strange red blob twisting in the wall. Upon looking closer, they realize it's one of Banyue's scorpion snakes, but only the bottom half. The upper half seems to be buried into the stone wall. Xie Lian is about to pull it out when they hear a different noise. It's a sound of low breathing in the darkness ahead. Hua Cheng summons 2 butterflies to shine light and see what's up. Up high on the wall is a pair of hands, a head looking down, and the upper torso of a man, but the lower half of his body is inside the wall. It looks almost like an animal trophy one would mount onto a wall, except this man is still breathing and he's alive.
Uh-oh, what's going on? Why is there a man just in the wall?
It's step bro, I'm stuck.
Step bro, except it's the front half of his body, not the back half.
Well, whoever got the back half on the other side is jackpot.
I wonder where. Yep. Xie Lian moves closer to examine the man, but when he turns around, he realizes that Hua Cheng is gone. Xie Lian panics for a bit and then raises his hand to see that the red string is still there. He relaxes and picks up the string, pulling it as he walks in the other direction. But after walking and walking, the string leads him to a stone wall. Xie Lian can't believe it and he yanks on the string, but only more string comes pulling out of the wall. Is Hua Cheng inside the wall? Xie Lian pulls out Fang Shen, ready to break the wall down, when suddenly the wall opens up like a giant mouth and swallows him whole. All around Xie Lian is darkness and sand, crushing and suffocating him. It feels like he fell into quicksand or a giant monster's digestive system.
Xie Lian struggles helplessly against the sand when suddenly a hand seizes his wrist. He shouts out alarmed, "Who?" causing sand to enter into his mouth. The hand pulls him out and Xie Lian coughs up mud and sand miserably. Then he feels himself getting pulled into someone's arms. It's Hua Cheng and he calls out, "Gugu, it's me." Xie Lian instantly relaxes, hugging Hua Cheng back. "Thank goodness, the red string didn't break. I really did find you." Hua Cheng hugs back even tighter and says with conviction, "It didn't break. I found you too." It turns out, while Xie Lian was examining the man in the wall, Hua Cheng turned around to guard against ambush, when suddenly Xie Lian disappeared and a stone wall was there instead. Hua Cheng followed his side of the string until he found Xie Lian inside of the wall.
Xie Lian is glad that Hua Cheng thought ahead and had them linked together so that they could find each other. It turns out that they are in the stomach of the mountain spirit, and Pei Ming and the others were probably swallowed. Somewhere. Xie Lian wonders how they can get out. Hua Cheng replies, "It's trying to digest us at this moment, so it's a bit troublesome. But rest assured, Gogo, we'll get out eventually." Then he jokes, "Same cave when dead, probably feels like this." And this is a line from a poem, and the poem goes, "Same quilt when alive, same cave when dead." And it's basically about a married couple who are in love till death do them apart. So he's saying, well, till death do us part, like joking that they're married.
Yes.
Xie Lian smiles a bit hearing this joke, but he quickly suppresses it and gets serious. He says, "The half-bodied man outside was probably also swallowed by this mountain spirit. He and that scorpion snake are the same. They were not swallowed fully and were only half devoured."
Hua Cheng says that it's okay since it's a stranger, but Xie Lian thinks back and realizes he recognizes that man in his messy hair. It was Quan Yizhen. Xie Lian is worried. Hua Cheng tells him not to worry, that he left some butterflies there and his right eye can see through the butterflies. Quan Yizhen is asleep, but fine. Just then, Hua Cheng says, like he's seen something strange. Xie Lian asks what happened. Hua Cheng doesn't respond, but he bows his head and gently lifts Xie Lian's chin so their foreheads are touching. Xie Lian closes his eyes in shock. When he reopens them, he says, "This is truly magical." His right eye is able to see what Hua Chen's right eye sees through the butterflies. The butterfly is hidden in Quan Yizhen's hair, and a dark figure approaches Quan Yizhen's unconscious form. It's Yin Yu.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun. I think we should keep going, though, because...
Yeah?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
We've been streaming for how long now?
It says we have been streaming for 55 minutes.
I always like to do... Well, okay, no, the next few chapters are an arc together, so there's 4 chapters that... Okay, so then we should
We should pause here.
we should just discuss what has been happening.
We will talk about everything that's been going on so far.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're just like in the stomach of a mountain spirit. Of the 3 mountain spirits, they just dug up into one of them accidentally.
Which I love. I'm a little bit like Shen Yuan from Scumvillain, where I really love monsters and case fix,
Yeah, you want to know more about the
poisons
lore.
and plants. I love the world building and the lore, so I'm just like, yo, cool mountain spirit maze
Yes.
that's going on.
These mountain spirits will come back later, so
Yeah.
they're important.
Let's see.
But yeah, there's
Guga.
a lot going on.
George says Guga is gushing right now. Yes.
Aww.
Let's see, a BLHQ at Hallmat next year. That would absolutely, definitely going to happen at Hallmat next year for sure. I'll submit a panel request for sure.
We just do our own panel request.
Yeah. The artwork in the book where he's tying the string around his finger.
Oh, I have the fucking art book and it's so beautiful.
Let me pull it up
It's
really
so
fast.
cool to look at.
I want
Do
to.
you have it right in front of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna find
Nice,
that
nice.
specific part because
The finger.
I looked through it when I first bought it, but I haven't looked through it in a while. So
Oh, okay.
it's
Gorgeous. So
yeah. I want to find where he has the string of fate. Oh my god, Xie Lian is so pretty. It's not fair.
I know. They draw him so beautiful. Like, it's so unfair. Like, his long ass fucking lashes and his big fucking gorgeous eyes. Like, he's too pretty. Like, he's just so fucking pretty. Tangurius says, "This is awesome. Definitely reminds me of those amazing Asian films I used to watch. A lot of world building and lore. Yes, it's like a whole another universe with its own set of rules. So, yes, just like how the Tolkien universe has their own set of creatures and rules.
Yep, and
Cultivation world.
D&D as well.
Yep. The cultivation world has their own sets of like monsters and ghosts and demons and like different things, and that's where the fanfic come in, because I love when people like, because these novels only talk about so many different types of ghosts and monsters. The fanfiction writers really like go into it, like they just
Yes.
expand on the universe, because there's so many different other stories that have more different types of monsters, and they are not specifically in this one, so they just keep writing more things and get creative with it. I love it so much.
Yes. Oh man, I'm looking at all the art. It's
Did you
so
find it?
good. There's plenty of art with the string of fate on him, but there's none of which like
Where he's putting it on
Xie Lian is putting it on the young soldier. So
do you have the one where Hua Cheng is putting it on Xie Lian?
no, I don't believe so.
We'll find it later, I guess.
Yeah, I do
I'll
see.
definitely have it in the doc, because there's a picture that I have in my head.
Okay, yeah, I do
remember
see Hua Cheng putting the necklace on Xie Lian.
Oh yes.
That's very sweet.
Cute.
So speaking of physical merch, I
Oh,
went on a haul, you guys. I'm gonna show off my haul.
Yeah, I only got 3 things during
Okay.
Holiday Matsuri this past weekend. There was an actual danmei booth there.
Yeah.
Specifically, just selling danmei acrylics and keychains and buttons and pins and like all this stuff straight from China.
Yep.
And I'm just really happy that conventions now have more danmei merchandise and danmei cosplayers. Like this was like the first con where I saw like an actual like danmei meetup and like a big table full of danmei merch.
Oh.
Like, a shit ton of danmei cosplayers.
So
that was
George
awesome.
says that it's in book 5. I have book 5 right here. So we're gonna look for
it. Scroll.
look through book 5 for this scene where he's tying the string of fate.
So the art book that we are looking at is from Star Ember. She is the official artist for the Heaven Official Blessing manhwa, and you can get it from a Taiwanese reseller.
No, you can get it at Kinokuniya.
Oh, they have it on Kino now?
Yeah, it's like $80.
Oh shit. Okay, I bought it from a Taiwanese reseller for like
Hundreds.
$30.
No, I bought it, but the shipping was like 70 or 80 or something. It was crazy.
Really? Your shipping was crazy.
Yeah, it
My
was
shipping
awful.
was like $20.
Here it is.
Cute.
He's
Yes, the cave
tying the
scene.
string.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would recommend buying it from like a direct reseller probably because it's probably because like I paid like $30 for the book and then $20 for shipping, so it's like $50 total.
Oh my god, my shipping was ridiculous. It was like $80 for shipping. I don't know why.
That's crazy. That's the cost of the book.
I don't
in
fucking know,
America.
dude. It was the
That's
worst.
crazy.
I'm
Rip,
stupid.
I am so sorry that happened.
Oh my god. I'm so excited for this. Okay.
And the art book is really great because it comes with like all these little bookmarks and like posters.
Came
and,
with
like,
so much
character
extra
cards,
stuff.
Like so much merchandise. It was
Yeah.
like it was like way worth more than like the $30 that I spent.
Okay,
It was
so
crazy.
let me show off my haul for all of the podcast listeners. Sorry, I'm probably gonna cut
Go
this
look
part
at
out.
the YouTube video, I guess.
Yeah, so here is Chu Wanning from Husky and his white cat Shizen. And I also got Ta Shenjun as well.
Version.
Yeah, Moran, like evil guy.
Yeah.
I want
I
Moran.
Like he's evil. It's like the 1.5 version or whatever. The 1.0 version. He's
So here is a swivel one of Wei Wuxian and Lanjiang, yeah. Like of Lao Wanji, Wei Wuxian. Yeah. So cute. Swivel.
Kelly bought me a Scum Villain acrylic.
Yeah, put it together, yo.
I haven't
That's
put it
so
together
cute.
yet. I have to move things around on my shelf because now my entire bookcase that is full of danmei merch is too full.
Meh.
So I'm gonna wait to open these until I can move things around and make more space.
I have definitely gotten up to that point. So this is mini Wei Ying and Lanzan with little bunnies, and it's a little swing. It's so fucking cute.
I like the ones that move because I have this really cute like Hua Cheng and Xie Lian on a bed of like birds, and they like a swing set and like
Aww.
rock like a rocking chair. Like it's
I
so
think I
cute.
have that one.
The one with the magpies.
Hua Cheng and Xie Lian. That.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, on
Here
the
we go.
birds. So cute. Yes.
It's so cute. Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, I love these acrylics that they make.
They're
so
so
good.
cute. A fan also made one similar of Lanzan and Wei Ying.
Aw, Wei Ying.
It's
They're,
also
like my favorite couple
a cloud.
in all of like MXTX.
For me,
I
it's
love
Chu
Lanjan.
Wanning.
I love Lanjan
and Moran.
so much.
Here's another Moran and Chu Wanning keychain.
Cute.
And I don't know why it's a keychain because it's definitely just a stand. Like I can just stand
Maybe you
them.
can like do either or. Like you can
Yeah.
take the bottom of the stand off and put
I'm-
it on a purse.
I'm perfectly fine using them as stands. So I've got those two. I'm gonna keep going. I have more because I didn't show off some of the other ones that I got from the last con. Here is Wei Ying and and Lanzan, yeah. And then I also have Hua Cheng and
Xie
Xie
Oh, I
Lian.
have that one.
yeah, this
I have
one's
that one. That
so
one's really
good,
cute.
and
That
it's
is really
reversible.
good. Yeah, and it has the
Per-
Dansha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
With little
little
fucking Sanlong in the corner.
tiny baby Salong with the umbrella.
So cute, yeah.
Oh my god. And then I also, if you guys haven't already, and we really need to talk to 7Cs about our podcast, but in the last month, they have come out with 4
books.
new books. So we
Buy
have
all of them.
Yep. We have volume 4 of Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation. It's not the end of the book yet. This is
No,
I
that
think there's
one's
still
still
going to be
going.
a volume 5, I believe, cuz what
That shit's
this
long.
this is the final book
Yeah.
of Scum Villain. This is all of the extras. Yeah.
Scumvillain has the shortest length of all three of them, and Modazushi has the most of the extra chapters.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that one's gonna.
what's great about the extra chapters is I think I missed a ton of them. So
Oh, you
I'm
didn't
so
like online.
yeah, I didn't realize that there was a whole bunch of
Yes. Oh my God. This
Moby
is okay.
Jung.
So the reason I love Mobe Jun and the airplane couple is because of the extra chapters. They are so fucking stupid. They're so cute together and they're so stupid.
Yep.
I live for Mobe Jun fanfics. Like they're my favorite.
Can't
like,
wait.
They're so good.
Cause
They're
like
so
I
good.
never read any Moby
Airplane's
Jung
so
fanfics.
stupid.
Airplane.
Oh my
God,
god, they're so good. He's like this ice demon, and he's like really fucking cold and like mean. And he's mean because he doesn't know how to be a human. Like he doesn't know human emotions. And Airplane is like a human ass human. Like he doesn't fucking understand demon
Yep.
whatever. So
Yep.
he's like fucking awkward and stupid, and he thinks that Mobejin hates his guts, and he's like a servant, right? So he's
Yeah.
like, oh my king, please, I beg of you, be nice to me. And Mobejin is like, I'm trying to court you because I love you and I want us to get married. Like it's so stupid. Like they're so dumb. Like,
cute.
oh,
Yes.
it's so good.
Yes.
It's so good.
And then volume 5 of Heaven Official's Blessing.
Heaven Official.
Which does that mean there's gonna be 6 or 7 volumes? Because
There's probably gonna be because they have the extra chapters for Heaven Official Blessing also. If they're gonna be translating the extras.
which I love the extras so
They're
much.
so good. Yeah,
like
we even haven't. Yes, they're so good, and I love the ones where Xie Lian fucking lost his fucking memory.
I love that one
He's
so
my
much. It's
favorite
so
one.
cute.
That's the one. There's so much fan art for that one too. But,
Yes.
yeah. So right now we are in the middle of book 3 in the Chinese release. So we still have book 4 and book 5 of the Chinese release to get translated.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're at book 5 when it's book 3, then there's gonna be like a shit ton more. It's
Yep.
crazy.
And then also, of course, Urha Husky and his
Did
wife Ketchison.
Did you see that they're adding the little mini theaters?
Yes, I did. I'm so excited. Because, yeah, when you're reading this, you're like, where's the mini theater?
Yes, the mini theaters are the best.
The mini theaters
They're
are
the
so
best.
funny.
Yeah.
I love them. I love when fan fiction has mini theaters as well because that's really
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, there's little like quotes in the back, and it's like John's real thoughts. like, yeah, so funny. I love that
Yes,
shit.
and when they like talk to the audience members and the audience members torture the characters, I think that's really funny too.
So good. And it's really funny how like literally in the first chapter they're like, don't get mistaken. Urha is about Chuaning and Moran. Don't get fucking like, do not ship him with Shime. That person is not as kind as you think it is. Like,
Fuck
they literally
Shime.
like spoiler warned you in the beginning of the fucking chapter.
Yeah.
They're like, don't ship Shime.
Yep.
Fucking sus. Yeah.
All right, so the final thing that I'm going to show off is this absolutely incredible figure. This figure is so well made. It is so cute.
Matching bonjour?
Not yet. I was actually going to look it up on Taobao and see if I can buy it.
Okay. Yeah, I saw
But-
that they were sold out in the US. The
Yeah.
Bonjour one.
This thing is so worth it. It is so freaking cute. Like every aspect of it is so well made. The water effects, like the way that all he looks, like all of the airbrushing, it's so good. Like this entire wraparound smoky effect is so fucking. I love this figure
Love it
so
so
much.
much.
It is definitely my
beautiful.
favorite figure.
Wait, it's so cute.
It's actually better than the figure I have of Hua Cheng catching Xie Lian. Yeah, for sure. Like this is so cute. And he has a little bunny on his back.
I really can't wait for us to get to Modazushi for the recap because it's literally like my favorite. I have so many feelings towards Wei Ying because I think he's such a relatable character.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can do Scum Villain next and
We're
we'll
gonna
keep
do
it
Scum Villain,
short. We'll try and do it
It is shorter
faster.
already. So.
Yeah. I think what we can try and achieve is like, I know that our podcast, we usually do 4 chapters, maybe 6 chapters if we're really lucky, but maybe with Scum Villain, we can speed up the process and do more like 10 chapters.
Yeah, we can definitely shorten the script or something or summarize it more fast or short or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So reading through chat right now. You need that art book for photo shoot references. Yes. You definitely need the art book. It's at
Literally
Kinokuniya.
just look up Star Ember, and you'll just see all their art.
Oh my god, their
It's already
art.
on the internet.
It's
All the
so
art is on the
good.
internet. Yeah.
Yes. And Gearus is also really good for fan art. They just, I don't know if it's new, but
Japanese art for the audiobooks and stuff. So Gearus is great.
yeah, they just
the
posted this
Japanese art,
new
and then-
art. Did you see it?
Yes.
It was
yes,
so
yes,
good.
So good. I'm a big fan. Oh, hello, Dominic, please.
Let's see. You got to reorganize all of your figurines and stuff. Tangarius, I get it.
Damn. Yeah, it's bad.
If BLHQ opened a danmei museum / cafe in the US, we'd definitely go travel to visit. I am not a good collector, so I can't say. I mean, I would like help promote somebody who is really organized and can put something like that together, but I am not.
I love seeing fan cafes though. So if there was a fan cafe near me, I would definitely attend. Like that would be so much fun to go to.
Yes, please. Let's see. The one under the lotus version. Which one are you talking about, Chris? I don't know what he's talking. The made or sold one under the lotus version. I don't know what that is. Okay. Let's see. Dang, Stella is basically gonna make her room have an official blessing theme. So I have this whole plan for the wall behind me, and I'm gonna decorate it and make it like all BL themed, and it's gonna be like traditional Chinese tea room style.
It's gonna be so pretty.
Yeah, we'll see if I get to it. It's gonna be such a complex build.
Yeah. Right now, all my BL stuff is in the living room. So like every single time I watch TV, I look to the right and I see all my BL stuff, and I'm like, this makes me happy.
Oh man! All right, here you go, Tangarius. Here's the front of this one, and then the back of it.
Yes.
There you go.
It's the crown prince, 800 years ago when he was still glorious, before he fell and became exiled.
Yep.
So beautiful.
So beautiful. We brought all the MXTX translations plus Urha because of BLHQ
Hell
plus
yeah,
the extra
George.
edition of Scum Villain Volume
Hell
4.
yeah, George! Fuck yeah! Get that shit.
Get it. I'm actually tempted to also purchase the Kindle version so that I can get my phone to read the books to me.
Oh, you want to do the voice? Are
Yeah.
they doing like
Audiobooks? No idea.
Audiobooks version? Because they do that for. They have a Korean and Japanese audiobook of all of the books. So,
It
like,
would
why
be
not do it in
nice.
English?
It
Yeah.
would be nice.
Yeah.
This is why I wish I won the lottery, because I would immediately contact
Spend
Seven
all the
Seas
money.
and spend the money. I'd just be like, hey, how much money do you need for this
I'm
project?
spending all this
I'm
money.
gonna pay for it.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Hudson's Xie Lian's name is under the lotus version. Oh, you're yeah. Let me grab it. It's above me.
Oh, the catching one.
This
That was
one.
it. Yes, that one.
It's this one is significantly better.
I agree.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
significantly better.
So cute. Weighing as a chibi like makes me so happy. He's,
I
like,
know.
my favorite. I love him. I have the bunny plushies of Weighing and Lanjan as bunnies. Oh, they're so. I love them so much. I don't even like
Aw.
bunnies, but fucking Modazushi made me like bunnies. So cute.
I actually started watching the founder of Diabolism, which is the chibi version of Modazushi.
The mini Q theater thing.
Yeah, it's
Wait, did you watch the
super
actual
cute.
anime yet?
I haven't finished it. Yeah, I should go and finish it. Yeah, you're right. Because I really want to see the Xie Yang and Song. Wait, what are their names again?
Xiaoxing-chan,
Xiaoxing Ten. Yeah, Xiaoxing Ten, Xie Yang, and
Songlan,
Song
Songlan.
Song Lang. Yeah, I want to see that entire thing because
Watching-
it's pretty dark.
That arc animated was really, really good.
Oh, I'm
And
so
'cause the way
excited.
that they drew all the fight scenes in Modazushi is really well animated, and like there's this scene where Wei Ying is making all the hand seals and his like eyes are glowing, and like that scene, I literally clipped that scene and posted it to Facebook, and that is how Jean got interested in it. She's like, damn, that animation looks really good. What's going on? I'm like, this is a gay story. You're gonna fucking watch it? She's like, fuck yeah, I am, just because of that one scene.
Hell yeah.
So I was like, yes, I am glad to hype people up to Modazushi. My favorite.
Good. All right, let's move on to our off topics today. What is your off topic, Jenny?
Okay, so I'm in the middle of this one because this is 100,000 word fanfic. It is 20 chapters. It's so long, but it is a retelling of the entire Modazushi story
Mm-hmm.
in modern times, and it's modern times with modern cultivation, college setting. But this okay, so and it is also not safe for work because the book is not safe for work, so of course this modern retelling is not safe for work. And it's called Heroine. Oh shit, no, it's not. The name of the fanfic is in Chinese, and I cannot read it. So I'm going to copy paste it into the doc.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe you can translate this.
I will just throw it into Google Translate. Have it read it out to me.
Okay, sure. That's a great idea. You can do that, and then we'll know what it is called.
Bai
this
Feng
one
Gang.
is really like, it's not complicated. It's not like it's very like this is like eating like junk food. It's like eating candy. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
it's very fun. It's really lovely. It's really romantic, and it's really like lighthearted, and it sort of feels like one shots of like this story, like that all kind of like tied together.
Okay.
But there's very little like drama or angst or like whatever. It's just very it was like eating junk food. Like it's like eating popcorn. Like it's just like very a fun read. Even though it's so long, it's just so fun that I'm reading through it really fast. Like I'm about 70-80%
Wow.
of it right now.
Okay.
And I started it like yesterday. So I've just been speed reading through
Wow.
it. It's really, really good. It's like junk food, so good.
Okay.
And in this story, Lanjan is like a sex god. So like, the smut scenes are very good. Just
Thank
really
you.
put it out there.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Sex god. Yes. The title is called Bi Feng Gang, which means haven, apparently.
Haven. Okay, I'm gonna just put that in parentheses.
Sex
Yeah,
god.
It's very light. It's very light.
Love it. Okay.
Oh God, you're reading Many Fox Given. Yes.
Yes, I love
think I
Many
sent
Fox
this to
Given.
you.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's great. So
so good. It's so good. Oh my.
I read
God.
pretty much everything by that author, and
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Yes. I'm so happy.
So Many Fox Given. Let's talk about
So good.
dragon dicks, you guys.
Finally, you understand what I'm talking about when I say that the dragons have the 2 dicks.
Actually, in this one, he only has 1 dick, but it is
okay.
explicit.
Go through the.
Oh no, I've read.
Foxshan-
I know.
Okay, you can read all the Foxshan packs.
I've read
Okay.
a lot of
We are on
them.
the same page.
It's great.
It's so good. They're so good.
Dragon dick, you guys. Just so you know, it's something that everyone
think
needs
the-
to
my
be
favorite
educated
too-
on.
Yeah, my favorite 2 Fox ones are the ones where he got his head stuck in a peanut butter jar. Have you read the peanut butter jar one?
No.
Oh God, you have to read the peanut butter jar one. It's so good. Oh
you
my
serious?
God, it's so good. It's so funny.
That's not what I expected. Wow. Whoa.
So like Lanjan is a veterinarian and Wang is a fox and he got his head stuck in a fucking peanut butter jar and it's the funniest shit ever.
Oh my god, I have to
Oh,
read
so
that.
good.
Please send it to me.
So good. Okay, I'm gonna
Peanut
find
butter
it.
jar, are
I'm
you
gonna find
serious?
it for you. It's so good. Oh my God. Okay, anyway, sorry. Please tell about this wonderful fanfic.
Okay. All right, let's talk about Many Fox Given, you guys. So, Many Fox Given, in this setting, it's modern setting. You got Wei Ying is a 9-tailed fox who is kind of controlled by the moon phases. So like normally he's just like a normal guy who just has normal guy logic, normal guy emotions, normal human things. But then every time it's the full moon, he like is just full fox. Just think of a gremlin fox just ruining your trash, killing chickens for no reason, fucking going around peeing and pooping everywhere, acting like a fox, right? Just like imagine that. Just so feral. That is Wei Ying. And then you have Lan Zan, who is a dragon. And he doesn't go through the dragon situation. Like, he doesn't act feral. He just is like very regal, very dragoness. And they live in like America or something, but that's not important. The important part is that they go to the same community center where all the Chinese people hang out and they see each other and they know each other, but they've never talked to each other before. And the thing is that like Wei Ying one night happens upon Lan Zan's neighborhood when he's like as a fox, and he's just like going through people's trash and like all that stuff. Yeah, he's a fucking gremlin going through. He's literally acting like a fox, like a raccoon. And Lanzan like sees him, and they like see each other, and they're like, oh. and he goes and he like Lanzan goes and grabs some chicken and like puts chicken out in front of like the stoop of his house, as if he's like a person on TikTok trying to coax over a raccoon and being like, oh my god, I hope the raccoon comes over here, oh maybe it'll come back tomorrow, like that kind of vibe, right? And like Wei Ying's just like, yo, free chicken, but also fuck this guy. So he like goes and eats the chicken and then destroys his trash. And he
destroys it.
It's the cutest
for no
thing for no reason, like literally. And the way that the writer writes this, it just makes sense. You're just like, yeah, of course he would go and destroy his trash. He's a fucking gremlin fox. And they do this for weeks, months. Like Wei Ying just
have a routine.
And like Lanzan, like every full moon will come out with chicken, like a ton of chicken, and also catnip, because apparently catnip can affect foxes. And he just like plays with Wei Ying like he's a feral cat trying to like
literally cat toys. Like
he's like, hey, why don't you come over here? I want to be your friend. Like they don't talk to each other. But the thing is that the whole time Lanzan and Wei Ying know who each other are. Wei Ying knows that Lanzan is that guy that he sees at the community center every Sunday, and that he knows that Lanzan's also a dragon, right? And Lanzan knows that Wei Ying is that guy he sees at the community center every Sunday, and knows that he's a fucking fox. Like they just know, but they won't talk about it. He just like sits there on his stoop while Wei Ying's on his lap, and he's just brushing his fur like it's fucking normal.
Like his pet.
Like his pet. It's so funny and cringy at the same time, and you're like, what the heck? And then it devolves into eventual sex. So
they definitely talk about it later.
Yep. And the author posts references of exactly what the dragon dick is supposed to look like because of Bad Dragon. The Bad Dragon has a dragon dick available, so you can go and take references.
Buy one of them for yourself.
You can, and they say that it like, well, in the author says it's white and it glows. And when I looked at the reference, I was like, you know what? I could see that thing glowing. I could see it glowing in the dark. Mm-hmm.
He is
Sounds about right.
Yizhen. He is the light-bearing lord, so like it glows.
It's such a good, well-written fan fiction, and I really want more.
You need to I just sent you the link on Facebook for the peanut butter one.
Oh my god, I can't wait to read it.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Like the comedy is there.
Yes, I want more comedy of Wei Ying and Lanzan just because there's so much potential for it. Like they're so funny.
I don't know if this is like too much of a curveball, but the funniest fanfic that I read of Wei Ying and Lanzan is an SNL AU. Like
okay.
Night Life. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think the writer of that fanfic is actually a comedian because she puts so much stand-up in it, like so many jokes, like so many skits.
All right.
And it's like behind the scenes of Wei Ying and Lanzan who work at SNL, and like they're running the show, and they have like drama about it. And it's so funny, like because Wei Ying is
perfect.
Like, you'd be such a good comedian. Like it's so funny.
Let's post that to Patreon because our Patreon deserves. Really I forgot.
It also has like a shit ton of kudos. Like it's like really famous.
Hell yes. Okay, yes, I want to read it. Oh my god. Really good. Awesome. So thank you guys so much for listening. Let's go over to our Patreon. Speaking of, hold on. So on Patreon, we usually read through comments every single week to see what you guys say. So thank you, mostly Kate Payne, actually. So thank you, Kate Payne, for leaving comments. George, I see you here on the Patreon. So if ever you just want to comment on any of our episodes, you can also get a shout out. Kate Payne says on episode 29, Baby Yiming and his praise kink is the cutest. I think MXTX added Pei Ming and all his shenanigans because she knew we would need something to laugh about the closer we got to book 5.
Oh,
so
God.
true.
The trauma that we are about to get into after this arc is done.
Yeah. I can't wait. Great. Oh, it's just, it puts everything into context. It really wraps up the entire story in a nice little bow. A tight noose, if you say.
No, why would you say it like that, Stella? Why would you say noose? Oh, you guys want to hear the origin story of Roye? Oh, jeez. Okay, anyways, I by the way, I posted the SNL skit one on the in the doc, so if you can copy paste that into the Patreon, that'd be cool.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you support us on Patreon, find us on Twitter, listen to us on Spotify or Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, anywhere you listen to podcasts. We update every single week, either on Wednesdays or Thursdays. And I say Thursdays because I recently looked at our update schedule and I was like, why did I accidentally post a bunch of these on a Thursday when they should have been a Wednesday? Definitely my fault.
Random. How did that happen?
Whoopsies.
Oh well, it'd be like that. It's fine. Oh, do we have a quote?
Oh, that's your job. I don't even know. Do we have a quote?
Okay, let me look up. Where was the one where they were floating together? Oh my god. Sorry.
Are you tired of holding this up? How about I hold the umbrella for you?
Where is that? Oh, I only see. Hold on. Well, I'm saying Goga only needs to wait. No need to before you do anything. It'll be fine in a moment. Wait, where's the red string one? Hold on.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
that scene where he said something about the string. He's like, I'll find you no matter what.
String.
Here it is. Okay. 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 Here, this is a long line though.
How about say this string,
This
starting
string,
from
right?
the string.
Okay. Cool. And as Hua Cheng said, this string won't break and won't grow shorter. If the string doesn't break, then it means that the person on the other end is all right, unless the person is no more. Otherwise, the string will for sure lead to the other.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
And then I stopped the recording. Hooray!
Hooray!
So now I have to finagle that editing together because I fucked it up.
That'd be great.
Okay, so the second question is, Jenny, do you want to record another episode since you're going to be away this coming week? And I have an episode posted for next week, but not, and this is for the, well, actually, hold on. Today is, okay.
I only have 3 chapters right now.
Okay.
I didn't finish one chapter,
Cool.
162.
Then we will.
It'll be very short.
We will record it next week then. But that means.
I'm just worried about recording next week because it's like holiday time. I'm gonna try and put in. If I can write 2 more chapters, I think that'll be enough cushion for one episode.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool. So what's gonna happen?
If something weird happens, just be understanding because it's holiday time.
Yeah, and what's gonna happen now is that Jenny and I are gonna end our stream and we're gonna go record our bottom show. And the bottom show is only available to people on our Patreon. So it's if you want to come listen to it, that's what you're gonna have to do. Please support us on Patreon, you guys.
Support us on the Patreon. It's dope.
Yep. All right. Otherwise, bye everybody. See ya.
Guys.
Bye.